time. Protocol.
You have failed this city.
Winter is coming.
Star-Lord.
Finish him. Hadouken! Fatality.
And welcome to a rebooted version of Free Your Geek. I am your host, Jay Free. You know my two co-hosts, KB.
Yo, we're back!
And the Don.
How's it going, suckers?
Okay, so let's kind of, before we get into our main topic, Infinity War, let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now. First and foremost, we want to again thank our previous host of the podcast, Mr. Eric Tolley at 59 Media. But we're kind of Don, you call it what, like a pirate radio?
This is pirate podcasting going on. We're freelance now.
Yeah, so we're in Don's dwelling, if you will.
The dwelling. This is the spare room, the cave.
Well, we're gonna have. Well, I was thinking if we ever do it out of KB's, it'll be the KB cave,
Yeah,
Don's dwelling, and Jay Free's place.
Dungeon.
Everything else kind of rhymes and interacts. Eric Tolley already joining. We love you, bro. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
59 Media was our first home. We're kind of doing things a little bit bootleg now.
Solo.
You know how I like to. Speaking of Solo, we're going to be probably doing a show based on Solo. But I kind of want to just get into real quick thinking about from a comic perspective. When you had, Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane, they left Marvel to create Image Comics. It's kind of the same thing for us. We're having a rebirth right now. Yeah, it's kind of a new thing. We're working off Don's Wi-Fi. So hopefully this is good. We have his camera. We bought some ghetto equipment. I'm going to have to up the mics a little bit later. But for now, for what we need to do, I think this is good. So welcome, everyone else. And we're going to be talking, as you can see above our heads, we have the spoiler warning. We'd also like to point out that the views and opinions expressed in the comments may not reflect those here at Free Your Geek. We do try to keep it TV-14. We try not to swear too much, but that we could be dealing with some, adult themes or some harsh language from time to time.
Some raunchy humor.
Not from us. Well, not from me. KB maybe. I don't know.
But some of our watchers.
Oh, Paul Tavares, welcome back, gentlemen. Thank you, Paul, and thank you for being back. We're going to be discussing Infinity War, but we have been off the air for about 3 months, and again with this particular setup, we didn't really get a chance to talk about Black Panther.
No.
And
the most hyped up movie ever.
I loved it. Spoilers. Obviously, we're going to be talking about a little bit of Black Panther, but then we're going to go right into Infinity War.
All right.
I'm rocking the cap, and we see a little Thanos and Cap right there.
We got Spider-Man.
Right about her.
We got Spider-Man and Proxima Midnight over
So
here.
KB brought some collectibles. KB
Flair.
collectibles, like KB Toys.
Yes, sir.
Right? That's what we're going to call it now, KB Toys.
Yeah.
So
I always bring the toys.
Black Panther, I thought, was a very, very good movie. It was a very progressive movie. It was a very topical movie. Just so before we get into Infinity War, let's just very quickly, what are you guys thinking about Black Panther? Just thoughts real quick.
Masterpiece.
A masterpiece.
Yeah. I mean, what I kind of like about it is it's kind of a standalone movie as well, not just, in like you can watch it by itself and be good with it.
Right. I want to reach out real quick to Justin Lee Ferreira. Are you saying you haven't seen Black Panther yet, or you haven't seen Infinity War yet? Because we have not seen Infinity War either.
It's Black Panther.
Okay, he hasn't seen Black. We won't spoil it too heavy. Don't worry about it. Stick around. We're gonna just say we're not gonna give too many plot points away. But what's the actor's name? Chadwick Boseman, is that his name?
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've already seen him in Captain America: Civil War, but T'Challa, absolutely amazing. He plays a great T'Challa. Poise, humbleness. He brings a lot to this character. Grace. And also badassery.
Yep.
So I'm really looking forward to see how that piece of Wakanda and Black Panther fits within the overall spectrum of Infinity War.
It just seems to be the battle run, I think. this point. From what we've
Yeah, you know what, you guys? I'm gonna say like Black Panther was a very good movie, completely overrated, completely overhyped. It's definitely not even in the top 5 Marvel movies that have come out.
Really?
Yeah. So I have to give you that end of it, and I loved the movie, but it is nowhere near what people make it out to be, and that's the truth. I mean, ticket sales were the way they were, like, you know, super hyped up
I
movie.
think it was a lot of it was special effects were fantastic. The technology was amazing. The tribal stuff was interesting. Like that blend
Yeah,
of
was-
tribal and technology was
It was
pretty cool.
it was good. I mean,
It was definitely a different feel from all the other Marvel movies,
Yeah,
and that's
it didn't follow the same formula.
It didn't, and like you know, we've talked about it in the past that each film franchise with its hero, the title hero, feels a little bit different. Where Ant-Man always felt kind of like the heist movie, Guardians kind of felt like, you know, the space
Think of all the
rock
other-
opera type thing.
okay, on my end, then I'll say it like this: think of all the other intro movies. That doesn't hold up to me with the first Captain America movie.
Right.
First Thor.
It doesn't hold up with the first Thor movie. It doesn't hold up.
Okay,
Iron Man gave all this to us, so I have to say it doesn't even hold up against the first Iron Man movie.
My
Guardians
thing with it-
1?
But my thing with it was that it's a fantastic movie. But I think the reason why, like I said, it's a masterpiece as a movie. But I think, like, for me, it's like I'm just not that interested in the character.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm just not that interested in the character.
I
As
love
far
the
as
villain.
movie, it's awesome.
How about the villain? That kid was amazing.
Yeah.
My
Killmonger.
favorite scene, Killmonger, when he was whipping Black Panther's ass.
Yeah.
When he threw him
yeah.
off the spoiler alert, when he threw him off the waterfall,
Yeah.
that was my favorite scene. Like,
And what?
and the whole story behind him.
Yeah.
The story behind the villain was great.
Yeah, I liked how how it started with the they went back in the past and got that information there.
gotta give a shout out. Go ahead, you can do it.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, like, I do love the tech. I love the intro, like that. The base, like the greatest thing about this movie is, like KB said, it gave us our battleground. And now it's showing us the type of technology that we have that we can fight alien races with. So now we have our superheroes geared up with alien tech. I mean, look at our boy Cap's new shield.
Maybe it's vibranium.
So-
Vibranium shield.
All right, I got to reach out to some of the people that are commenting. Justin Lee Ferreira says he believes it was super hyped as well, but the tech was cool, great special effects. He actually thought Thor
Yes,
Ragnarok
best
was more enjoyable. I agree.
Yes.
I love Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was hilarious, but it's a different feel for that character.
Yeah.
And I think
Wow, that's top 5.
and John Viveris says Ulysses Claw was great in the few part. Andy Serkis, man,
Yes.
phenomenal,
Yes.
phenomenal, and that was great. And Justin also
Corey,
agrees with
who's
Killmonger.
The actress from Walking Dead, wasn't it? Daniel.
What's her name?
What's that?
Michonne?
Yeah.
Michonne,
I don't know Michonne's
I
real
can't
name.
think of the character that she played, but yeah, she
Corey.
played. Yeah, she
Corey.
played. Yeah.
Yeah.
So- and she's going to be in, again, spoiler alert, she's going to be in Infinity War.
So is the sister.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be fantastic. But yeah, I also agree that with Justin that Killmonger was a great villain. He's agreeing with us. And
Yeah, man.
absolutely. Yeah. But this also brings us now to Infinity War.
Also, that soundtrack killed it. Just before you go there.
Oh my
Yep.
God, the soundtrack was on point.
Yep, I
And
agree.
It's still in the top. It's still like the top 10 albums.
beyond the soundtrack, all of the sound and
Yeah,
music
yeah.
in the movie was
Yeah,
just
I just
great.
want to touch on the sound. 'Cause it was
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
Yep, definitely.
Because he watches this.
You know-
Kendrick, man, thanks for being a. But no,
If this
I just-
ever gets to him, hashtag Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I said, what's up
Yeah.
to you,
the
man?
Don's all
The
about.
soundtrack was basically a Kendrick Lamar album.
That's it. Oh, hell yeah.
It's fantastic.
All right, so
Yeah, but this is all leading to Infinity War, and we saw. Go ahead.
I want to start with a quick point though. Like,
Go for it.
Infinity War. Like you just talked about the feel of a movie. Where do we think the feel is going to be with this?
I think it's going to be.
Are they going to squeeze comedy into it?
I doubt it. I think it's going to be. There might be some.
'Cause
splashes.
there was a little. I
Well,
saw a
yeah,
little in the trailer
it's gonna-
with
it's,
Star
you know,
Lord, and they
yeah.
talk about the plan and like.
Yeah. So again, if you haven't seen the trailers, which you must be living under a rock, but again, spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is going to be some humor. There's going to be some humor with, I think, between Star Lord. I think between
Rocket. Come on.
Rocket, and Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, Peter Parker. I think there's going to be light moments of humor,
With the minds, all the brains.
but I also think it's going to be very dark, very epic, and very. I feel like it's going to, and this is just me from some of the stuff. I have tried to stay away from all the spoilers possible because it's one movie I want to go in totally,
mind, yeah.
totally. But I do want to say that I think it's going to leave us on a cliffhanger wanting more because they've already filmed part 4.
Yeah.
So I actually watched a little earlier today.
They finish part 4?
Yeah.
Really?
So I believe so because I was watching on YouTube today. They had the panel that aired the other day with all the different actors, and somebody asked RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., if he's going to be in Avengers 4, and he's like, "Well, I already filmed my scenes. I already filmed it. I just, it's already been filmed." So,
But is that just his scenes and they're working on it, or
I don't know, and that's a good
maybe they just
that's a
film
good
them both
hook.
together?
I mean, that would be smart, money wise.
And I want to thank John Viveris, who says that Kendrick watches from his burner account. So I agree with that.
Yeah, very true.
Okay. Yeah. So Justin also wants us to talk about the new Venom trailer. We will get to that at the end.
Okay,
I think let's talk about Avengers first.
Yeah, let's get
and then
into the meat and
because I
potatoes.
haven't seen the full trailer. Have you guys seen the
Yes,
trailer? Because I want
I
you guys to talk
have.
about. I only saw the new look that he's had, which
No, I've seen.
we'll get to. So again, this speculation. Some of the major characters are going to die.
Yeah.
I think it's no secret that some of the contracts of the actors that are portraying some of our favorite characters in movies are kind of up at this point. So I've got to have to say, if you were to speculate, if you just give me one character you think is going to perish in this movie.
I'll go with dispensable Hawkeye because right now the hype is that truthfully, right now the
It's
hype
like the red
is
shirt Star Trek guy.
that's it. Oh my god, a hero is gonna die. One of our heroes is gonna die. So of course the internet's gonna go crazy. It's Cap, it's Iron Man. You know what I mean? It's Thor.
And it ends up being
it's all
Hawkeye?
these.
Was that kind of
It's
a
Hawkeye.
disappointment?
Well, no, it's like
Well-
a temporary sigh of relief because say in the next part we do lose a Cap.
I think I think Cap will be going by the next one
Yeah.
because
And-
I think they're gonna. I know people don't like saying this, but they're probably gonna center the next phase around
Yes.
Captain Marvel.
I think so, and I would like that.
And that's, Cap's contract's up. What's Chris?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Yeah, there's so many Chris's. If his contract's up, then it seems like it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be Vision.
I think Vision too. I think
If anything, or maybe not die, but maybe deactivate or something. And I think, again, I'm only speculating here, but I'm thinking the people of Wakanda are going to find a way to bring him back without the Mind Stone.
I think that the Mind Stone, I think he has become one with the Mind Stone. So even being removed from the Mind Stone, it's already had its effect on him. You know what I mean? Like from how he was created. I don't know why I'm even taking that road, but I'm gonna take that road. I'm gonna say if you've had an Infinity Stone on you that much, I think that you'd have residual
It
effects.
permeates into your
It permeates.
Well,
Well,
it's
it was
code.
part of his exactly, dude. This was Ultron's plan. You know what I mean? Like, think of these things.
I think more than one character is gonna die.
Okay, just give me the top one that you feel like more than most, because I want to come back to this episode in a couple weeks because we're gonna review it, but I don't think we're gonna review it next week I think we want to give it a couple weeks to kind of
Stew over.
let everybody view it before we kind of go in
and for everyone to get hyped the hell up about
Yeah.
Because
Solo and everything else that's
I
coming
need
out in May.
I need to
May's a
watch it
hot
at least like 2 or 3 times myself. So
Yeah, we're gonna be sweating from the movies.
I think
from
I
May.
agree with Don about like maybe Vision will probably be one. I think Cap is still a possibility.
Cap's a heartbreaker,
He's a
but I
heartbreaker,
mean,
but he's a possibility. And then I think anybody else could go. I just feel like with the Black Order, like those guys coming down. that's
truthfully,
pretty badass.
I feel that anyone's on the table right now. I
Yep.
feel like the only one who's not on the table is Stark. Which
well,
is, I mean, I feel like listen, Stark's gonna take.
I don't think Doctor Strange is on the table.
No, and Black Panther is also on the table. They're characters who have just gotten their intro, or they're Ant-Man
Or they're
also
just on
another
their
one.
first movie.
First or second movie, not happening.
I don't see those happening.
what about what do we think of any of the Guardians going to?
No.
I think one.
Ooh,
Okay, so
Whoa, time out.
Yep.
It's possible.
original cast members from Guardians 1 or added on
I think
characters.
I think
And before-
one of the originals.
And before you answer, I just want to say this. I like how our first show back, I say name one, and KB rattles off like 6 people. He's already like right there, buddy.
Yep.
So
Oh man,
They're all gonna die.
he's like, listen, I don't
Mark
answer to the
Ruffalo-
man.
But did you see that Mark Ruffalo said a lot of people are gonna die?
Yeah, like Mark Ruffalo was like the sucking.
yeah.
but maybe he means as Guardians. Because we saw at the end of Thor Ragnarok again,
Or he
spoilers,
said everyone dies. Or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
because we see Thor from the scenes he's floating on and he crashes on the Milano on the Guardian ship, And last we saw, he was on that big ship with all of Asgard.
Yeah.
Maybe everyone dies, and with the Infinity Stones, they get them back. Interesting. But the Guardian, Drax.
That's what I was thinking when you said that one.
Because they brought on Nebula. Now they brought on Nebula and they brought on Mantis, so it's kind of like they lose Drax, and then maybe they pick up somebody else and put them in the Guardians movie.
We know Drax has, the thirst for vengeance against Thanos, so maybe.
Because that would be an epic
But
battle.
also, look at how far Drax has come since our introduction to Drax in the prison in the original Guardians.
He was the best part, in my opinion, of Volume
Guardians
2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm right there with you. So you guys think that they could axe him just like that?
Maybe.
I think they could.
I do want
This
to
is
point
not Game
out.
of Thrones.
But I think he's not as popular as a lot of the other characters.
I disagree with that entirely.
You don't think so?
I think
I
he's.
like him a
I think,
lot.
but behind Peter, I think he's the second best guard. I think I like him better than
Rocket.
Groot.
Dude,
I think I like him better
Rocket's-
than Groot.
They're not.
Better than Groot. Better than
They're
Rocket.
not going to get rid of Groot because the kids like him.
Right, and I think if
Same
anything,
thing with Rocket. Remember, the mouse is still behind it. So.
Lindsay.
That's what I was gonna say.
Lindsay.
That's what I was gonna
Awesome
point her out.
call.
if they decide to go via the way of the comics, Lindsay is saying that Vision and Scarlet Witch have twins together, so either he survives or she's already pregnant. Interesting.
I like that.
During the panel, they also asked Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch, if they think she should have her own solo movie, and she said she's just happy to be part of it. But she did mention in the panel that her and Vision, she'd like to have like a movie of them just being like kind of like a suburbia wedded bliss type of just living in the suburbs, and I think that'd be kind of cool. So I think
Black Widow's off the table too.
What, as far as her own solo movie?
No, I mean as far as dying in these movies, because they've been talking about a solo movie. That was the point I was getting.
I don't want a solo Black Widow.
Really?
movie.
No.
No, let it die. Let it die.
I don't know.
She's okay. Look, there are
If
certain
they got
characters.
Captain Marvel coming, they don't need it.
No, they don't. No, because Captain Marvel will take over.
It's
Our
a
next
female.
Iron Man's gonna be a female. Our next Thor is gonna be a female.
Well, that's what we
Ah,
think. We
that's-
think.
All right.
But before we continue on this conversation, I just want to thank Dylan, who said to share this broadcast. These guys rock. Thank you, Dylan.
Thanks, Dylan. I don't know Dylan.
Well, I don't know him, but you know what? Fan of the show, we appreciate it.
Hell yeah, thank
And
you.
again, anybody that wants to share the show, since now that we're kind of a bootleg and we don't have the 59 Media logo with us anymore, the company behind us, and we don't have a space. That's the other thing I kind of wanted to mention. I think what we're going to be doing, since this is kind of like pirate radio, we're going to be moving into like different places. We're going to be talking, again, our friends down at Game King in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Hell yeah.
We're going to go do a couple shows from there, bring in some guests. I think I want to do like an open house where like basically we'll invite any of our viewers that want to come down to Game King, sit on the show. We'll have a little discussion there.
I think we should call it In Your House for our love of wrestling.
Okay, yeah, In Your House. So for those that aren't familiar, the WWE, one of the old pay-per-views that used to be on monthly, was called In Your House. I think that'd be really, really cool. I know a friend of the show, Rich, wants us to do it in his place, and he's got some really cool things.
We can do our horror episode.
If we do
for
horror
you.
episodes, I think Rich Marini, we're going to go do that there. We have a couple different places, and then I think I want to, now that we're a little bit more mobile, if we have a decent Wi-Fi signal, I don't even mind going to like some of the Comic-Cons and stuff and just doing some live videos there. There's some ideas that we're going to be, and this is just a quick little aside. This is our like break. This is normally where if we had a sponsor, we'd say let's pause and listen to some words from our sponsors. Now it's just going to be me talking because
We don't have any sponsors.
we don't have any sponsors yet. But
Go in road.
John Viveris also.
It's the way to do it, though.
In Your House was a great WWF video game too. I absolutely agree. John, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the one where each of the wrestlers had like special abilities? Like Doink the Clown would take out like a giant rubber mallet or something like
Undertaker
that.
had
The tombstone, the actual gravestone. Yeah, and he correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. But again, thank you to everybody that's watching this and viewing this. We truly appreciate it. We've kind of gone solo just for those that are just tuning in now, and so we're kind of just doing it at different like mysterious locations. But we are talking about Infinity War. We don't know what and they were talking about Avengers 4, that the title might be a giant letdown. So they haven't named it yet. So I'm curious, but I think we're going to see a couple things. I mean, we've seen in the previews all the Wakandans coming together and rushing, and I think that's awesome. that leads to one of the theories that the last stone, which we still don't know where that last Infinity Stone is, it's the Soul, if I'm not mistaken.
Soul Gem?
The Soul Gem, I believe that is. Somebody correct me on that if I'm wrong. But I believe maybe the reason Thanos is and the Wakandans are fighting is maybe it's hiding in Wakanda somewhere. We saw in the Black Panther movie, I don't know if they used a plant or whatever, and they had that kind of hallucinogenic dream where T'Challa saw T'Chaka and Killmonger saw his father. Maybe that's connected to the Soul Stone, that you can actually look into the souls of those people when you're...
That's exactly where the Soul Stone's going to be.
I'm assuming. I don't know. There's different... there's been,
dude, I'm with that.
There's been other theories that it might be in Heimdall.
Why would they hit... Dude, no. Why would they hit it? Why would they hit Wakanda? Why would that be a landing point? And New York? Why would New York... Oh, because Vision. Vision's in New York.
Or maybe Vision's part of the team that goes to Wakanda.
No, he's not. And the thing, dude, it's dude, we've seen it. It's Winter Soldier, Captain America, it's
Black
Iron
Widow.
Patriot or whatever, Black Widow, Hulk, and then all the Wakandans. Dude, we haven't seen many Vision clips except like human form of Vision, which yes could have happened in Wakanda.
Supposedly getting ripped out of his head.
Yeah.
Because that's all we've kind of seen.
It's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Can't wait.
So, any other thoughts before we talk? I do want to talk about Venom. I do want to talk about Deadpool, and I do want to kind of talk a little bit about that.
I'm going to add something here.
Go for it.
You were leading on about saying, oh, they're going to change over to the new characters.
Yeah.
One of the interesting things is that, little interesting side note here is that, remember the Asian girl in Spider-Man Homecoming? She was on the team,
possibly
She's one of the students. Her
She
name was Cindy.
Yeah.
Well, in the comics, Cindy Moon, who goes to the same school as Peter Parker, is Silk.
Yeah.
She's casted in this movie.
Wow.
So we're thinking.
Why would you cast such a minor character?
I'm saying,
Because
but here's my thing with that. Would you go with Silk this early?
No. But maybe you put out
It's a setup.
Put you set up.
Third Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we also see Peter on the bus, so maybe she's just cast and she's just on the bus.
Maybe, but still, interesting topic.
Yeah.
We still haven't got Black Cat in any of the Spider-Man movies.
No, but I'd like to see that too. But I want to say with the age range they go in, I think
Might not be appropriate. At this
think
point.
in like maybe the third movie, once Tom Holland's a little bit older.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It definitely does.
Lindsay mentioned that the Vision is hidden in Wakanda. He does have the power to go invisible.
Yes, he does.
So maybe he is there the whole time. Maybe he's
Lindsay,
in hiding.
thank you for sharing with us.
Yeah, Lindsay's awesome.
Okay.
Actually, everybody's awesome.
Everybody's awesome.
But I'm just trying to give shout-outs to people
I
commenting.
can't even lie, though. I'm still pretty much stuck on the Soul Gem having something to do with the growth of those plants.
Yeah.
Because that was really...
It makes a lot of sense.
Well, let's ask the people that are watching. Feel free to comment. Where do you think the last stone is? Is it in Wakanda? Is there any other theories that you guys have heard? Feel free to comment, and we can discuss about that as well. But all in all, I think this is going to be... I mean, Kevin Smith, who I'm a huge fan of,
I know you are.
already went crazy and said that he cried, and it was like this epic thing, and it leaves us wanting more. And he tends to overhype a lot of the movies, even the ones that I...
But dude, this is what we've been waiting for.
Right. Should be overhyped.
This is... Dude, when we all thought the first Avengers movie is what we've been waiting for, no, this is what we've been waiting for. And think of that first Avengers movie. That was amazing. Yeah. that fired us all up.
But then Ultron was good.
Yeah. Dude, then you had good. I mean, but look, Captain America series always carried it.
Yeah.
Dude, Winter Soldier, still number one to me.
Yeah, that's still number one.
Dude, and then Civil War,
Civil War was good.
Carried his franchise, made sure that we got what we needed.
Speaking of Civil War, how are they all getting out of prison?
We already saw that.
At the end,
Captain America freed them all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when he was writing that, when he left that letter for
Tony Stank.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. The letter. Yep.
So no, but I did want to mention that other
about the
point.
letter.
We talked about Winter Soldier. We talked about Civil War.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, and we might have to look on that because I don't have that. But was it the Russo brothers that were involved with all of those? I think the Russo brothers were involved with Winter Soldier. That's the one I'm not mistaken. I know they were involved with Civil War, and I know they're involved with the Infinity War. So putting
And they got Avengers 4 as well.
Right, but I'm saying putting these massive stories, these titles, these films in the hands of those two guys, it might be the greatest thing that the mouse has ever done as far as it relates to the Marvel films.
Yeah.
So I'm really really stoked. I'm excited.
Those
And-
guys are something special.
Yeah, like I said, we don't want to go too like I didn't read anything. I don't want to go too spoiler heavy on it. I think within the next we're going to see it on Thursday, but I think probably maybe 2 to 3 weeks from tonight, roughly, we'll probably be having a review of that. But we might also be reviewing some other movies that are coming out. We might just lump them all together, maybe. I don't know. Let's
Lindsay, I'm
go ahead.
gonna jump on this point really quick.
What did she say?
Okay, so Lindsay's comment is best theory that she's heard is that the Soul Stone is in Wakanda, but why would they keep 2 on Earth?
Very true.
But wait a second, how did Vision Stone get to Earth?
That was from Loki's scepter.
So Loki, who is not from Earth, happened to get that
But
scepter to Earth.
the space gem and the Tesseract was also on Earth.
Yeah, but no, it was not.
Wait, why don't we
Time
try to
out,
figure
ready?
out
Let
what
me.
stones
I'll
are?
tell you.
Let's recap.
They were both on Asgard. Both of those were
Let's recap the
Loki
stones.
scepter and the Tesseract were both on Asgard. The only one that we really had here on Earth was the Soul Gem. Oh no! Doctor Strange's Time Stone.
Time Stone and
The Ether was in,
no.
in between
I'm
place.
saying Captain America, the first Avenger, the first movie, wasn't Red Skull using the Tesseract? Wasn't that like he ended up going to that wall and
Yes.
and opened it up? So the Tesseract we know was on Earth.
So then they were all here technically.
How does Thanos get them all?
Well,
Does it start off
well,
with
no.
him having some of them already?
oh, that's a good question.
That's what I'm wondering.
We
like,
know the Collector still has one, even though his shot blew up. The Collector still
Technically
has
has one.
the power. The power gems with the Nova Core.
Yep.
He has the Ether.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
that's what that was brought to him on Dark World. The Power Stone is with the Nova Core. The Eye of Agamotto.
Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Yeah, the Eye of Agamotto. That's the Time Gem.
Yeah, and
I'm trying to
that's-
remember.
So that's why he's hitting New York. Really, is Doctor Strange? He's not
Yeah.
hitting. He's not hitting New York
he just-
for
he just
Vision.
wants Doctor Strange.
Yes. So now that makes sense.
And then we have the Soul. We have what else? We have the Soul. We have the
Space.
Reality.
Yeah.
Where's the reality? Is what, the Ether? I'm trying to get
No,
confused.
Ether is like the powerful one.
No, but okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. So hang tight. I'm gonna look this up and see where all the gems are at. But let's talk again. Lindsay's point: is there a reason that they're all on Earth? Is there
Well,
a connection there?
You know what I can say, and this is just like, there's no such thing as coincidence. Like Earth was
Especially
supposed
these
to.
movies.
Earth was supposed to be the battleground for this. It's no coincidence that we have the amount of heroes that we have.
Yeah.
You know, like it's supposed to happen there. It was destiny.
Ooh, I like that question. When will we meet Adam Warlock?
Guardians 3.
Think so?
Third Guardians.
Yeah, because that's that we saw that the was it the Sovereign? Is that the name of them?
Yes.
The Sovereign. We're creating him at the.
Oh yes.
We shall
And
call him Adam.
She's re-signed for the next 2 movies. That
Okay.
golden beautiful woman.
Here we go. So we have the Tesseract, which is the Space Stone, which we saw on Asgard. That Loki, again, spoiler alert, that Loki took at the end of Thor Ragnarok,
Yep.
or that we can assume. The Aether is the Reality Stone. That's at the Collector has that as of right now.
Yep.
We have the Power Stone, which is the orb, which is in the Nova Core.
Yep.
We have Loki's Scepter, which is the Mind Stone, which is now in Vision.
Yep.
We have the Soul Stone, which we don't know where that is, and then the Time Stone, which is in the Eye of Agamotto.
So yeah, it has.
So we have the Eye of Agamotto, the Mind Stone, both on Earth. The Space Stone is now on with Loki. The Reality Stone is with the Collector, and the Power Stone's with the Nova Core, and we don't know where the Soul Stone
So
is.
I would imagine somewhere in this movie he's got to like get it from the Collector and Nova Corps, the first 2, before he gets to Earth. I would think. That's just my thought.
I love how John Viveris is saying that his the worst theory he's heard is that the stone is in Captain America, the Soul Stone, and that would be hilarious. You know what I'd like to see? We talked about, and I had this theory a little earlier, and I just want to bring this back up. If they don't kill off all the major characters, what I'd like to see happen is, if not that I want to see, because I love Sam Jackson, but I'd like to see Nick Fury taken out, and I'd like to see Robert Downey Jr. kind of take over S.H.I.E.L.D. And that way, if he doesn't want to do these full movies where he's like a main character, he can just do the end credit scene where he assembles a new set of Avengers and he plays the Sam Jackson role.
I think he's already setting himself up for that as far as his role in Spider-Man: Homecoming has, brought itself. I believe we've already seen who the next Iron Man's going to be, and
We think it's going to be Parker?
the next
Well, he
Iron
does have
Man.
but he does have the Iron Spider.
No,
the Iron Spider suit.
Black Panther's sister, the
Oh,
tech genius. I
yep.
think that
Oh,
there's
that
our
could be
Iron
interesting.
Man.
That could be interesting.
Um,
Because we were talking about a female Thor. Who do we think is going to be? You mentioned that if they do replace Thor, if Chris Hemsworth
Well-
is done playing this character, who do they go with?
Jane Foster's not around anymore.
Well, yeah, they're not going to use Natalie Portman
she doesn't
anymore.
want
So,
part of it either.
who do they? Unless they do something totally different.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no! What's
Valkyrie?
the girl? Valkyrie. Valkyrie's gonna take over as Thor.
I can see that.
We've already gotten the character. That's who it's gonna be.
I could see that.
And look, like the more that these, my opinions are my opinions. The more that these women's movies keep booming,
Yep.
the more we're gonna just keep feeding into it. So we'll get that team. Like KB was saying, like the next Avengers are being led by Captain Marvel, which is great. Which
think
is
it'd
great.
be great. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was
And
gonna
then we
say.
have our Black Panther. Like we have our next team coming up. And Stark is. I don't think he has to take over
They might
Shield
not even
really.
be the Avengers. They
but
might
he-
become the Ultimates.
They could become the Ultimates. But I feel like Stark is just gonna take that like seat and just be like, oh, you know, like he's gonna be the cameo guy.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's what
I think he was kind of tired of the Iron Man part of it. I think is what I heard.
I think yeah,
That
and
he,
I
he
feel
likes
like
the Tony Stark role. But,
yeah,
So it kind of makes a lot of sense.
it does.
I mean, I don't really see a difference between Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark anymore. I think they're the same
The
person.
It's the same person.
I mean, it just you know.
babysit like Civil War II. He ends up in a coma.
Oh,
This is-
God.
Joe Amaral, friend of the show and frequent guest on the
Hey, buddy, it's we do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
He says, "Nice studio, fellas." And I just want to say, it's kind of like we're the Steve Rogers right now after the events of Civil War.
Yeah.
We have to be at a non-disclosed location.
Well, look at we got a bunch of scruff going on over
Well, like
here.
Winter Soldier.
You know.
Yeah.
Winter
Well, you-
Soldier, they were in the
Well, I'm saying Captain America's on the run right now after Civil War because he did not sign the Sokovia Accords, and he is basically a wanted man. He's a wanted felon, and he sprung out everybody on the raft. So now we're basically Steve Rogers and his, one of
What
one
a
of you guys-
ragtags.
Yeah, somebody's Hawkeye and somebody's I don't know, Ant-Man. We'll say
No.
Scott Lang.
How the hell did he get to become Captain America? Because you wore the freaking shirt today. You
No,
get to be
I'll
Steve
be
Rogers.
I'll be Ant-Man. You can be
Okay,
Captain
you can-
America.
you
It's
can
like our
be-
video's freezing.
Yeah. Well, we're still recording the audio.
Yeah, it was
so-
fun while, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, for those of you who get to listen to us.
Yeah, so we're going to be going. Well, it says it was. Okay, we reconnected, it looks
Hey, we're back.
like. It looks like we're back. Again, we're having, Wi Fi is cutting in and out. It's a little choppy here. But,
oh, boy.
yeah. So, let's just kind of go into our trailers and
Trailers.
yeah,
Okay,
let's
so
talk about Deadpool. Let's talk about
Deadpool.
Venom.
Deadpool trailer's been around long, or what do you guys think?
There's been a lot of them, really.
I mean, yeah, like the newest one, the one that I just watched before we jumped on the air was pretty cool. Well, when was it? It was like the full one.
so
where
what characters are being introduced? Cable.
we get Cable, we get Domino, we get Colossus back,
Shatterstar.
Shatterstar,
Shatterstar.
Shatterstar,
Shatterstar.
red leather, yellow leather.
There's going to be some interesting characters. I don't know if it's going to live up to the hype of the first one. I'm a little concerned, actually.
I wouldn't be
Why
concerned.
have you not liked some of the things you saw?
No, it's not that I haven't liked it. It's just I think that
First one came out of nowhere, kind of thing.
I think it's gonna, as long as it can capture the humor that the first one did. I think it was so unique when we first saw it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if they can capture that same magic. I'm all for it.
I
I
think
hadn't seen a movie like that before.
I think they're gonna take it to a whole nother level, or they're gonna do a Guardians 2.
I think
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think it's
play on
gonna,
a lot of the same stuff.
yeah, but I think what they're doing is it like the story is going to be different. It's going to be because they already talked about them having to do reshoots
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So that's always kind of concerning to me as a fan of the genre. But
Well, we're just gonna have to see
Yeah.
when the time comes, and if we don't like it, guess what? We get to see a movie the next week or the week after.
Yeah.
What-
May is up.
yeah, it's going to be a busy. So that's why I think we're gonna we're not going to necessarily be doing a weekly show just because I think
Just May it's gonna be.
it's going to be. Well, I just think in that plus the locations plus just the additional hardware I have to buy as far as microphones and such.
And it's almost summertime.
Yeah, and so I think we'll be. I think what we're going to stick to now is Tuesdays. I think Tuesdays works the best for all
Tuesdays
of us.
with Maury.
Tuesdays with Jay Free. Okay, let's talk about Venom. I haven't seen the trailer. I only saw the image of the Venom full with the CGI, and I think it's better than Eric Foreman.
100% better than Eric Foreman. So what we finally get to see is like the Venom suit's defense mechanisms. Like you can see that Eddie Brock is not trying to like hurt people, and like the suit is just going like haywire. Yeah. You also get to hear the conversations between the symbiote and Eddie.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We didn't get anything like that at all in the Topher Grace version of him. And Eddie Brock was a B to the I to the C to the H in that movie. Dude, this Eddie Brock looks like he's going to go fight a bear.
Yeah.
Spider-Man put his foot in his ass.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Now the characters would line up good. Now that Peter Parker and this Eddie Brock, that's a fight I'd like to see. Because I do enjoy the new Spider-Man. I do. The kid's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna love I hope this movie does well.
We're gonna have some. Looks like we're having some more connection issues right now for those watching on.
I just came back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were they still with us?
I don't know. It's OBS keeps disconnecting, so I'm gonna have to figure out why. It did reconnect again. Yeah, so we keep disconnecting. So I don't know if it's the programs that we're running. I don't know if it's the fact that we're all on internet here and it's slowing us down. I don't know.
Turn mine off.
But we'll figure that out. I might have to just hardwire in.
No, we should have did that.
We can do that next time. We'll do it for the next time.
Won't happen next time.
Well, don't promise. Don't promise. But no, I agree. I think the visual of Tom Hardy versus Tom Holland and that Spider-Man versus Venom, I think would be absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to go that route unless they surprise us. But I do like how Tom Hardy played both Bane and Venom.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, but here's the thing though, with this Venom, they're playing this Venom as like a anti-hero. Like he's not like the villain that he was set up to be in Spider-Man. Like they're going to go off on this own little thing where like I don't know. First off, they have Tom Hardy going up against some big corporation. Venom didn't come from space, from J. Jonah Jameson's son coming back down. Like, no, the symbiote was here because we created it. That's at least what I got out of the thing.
I think it's just too early to tell. I think the hype was good. I mean, again, I didn't see.
But you didn't see it though. I did.
I only saw the finished. I saw the initial one.
No, but
and then the actual Venom character.
Dude, I watched like a 3-minute trailer today. You need to. I feel like I kind of watched the movie already.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's a lot of things. This movie's gonna be awesome. I just hope it does good because I want to see Venom versus Carnage. Wicked
Cool.
bad.
So like maybe even just like I don't know if who the villain's gonna be. Is it gonna be Carnage?
I don't know who the villain's gonna be in this one.
Maybe it is gonna be Cletus Cassidy. Maybe they're gonna just go for broke right now.
If they did, they screw the pooch.
Well, who else are they gonna use?
They're gonna use I don't know. They just can't use Carnage. If they use Carnage, this is a one and done movie. Who's he gonna go up against? He's gonna go up against Spider-Man. That's the build up.
I don't think they'll use Spider-Man.
No, then they won't. Then they'll really screw Venom over.
Yeah. Who knows?
If not, I don't know.
Our friends and frequent guests of the show as well, Quality Content, just joined and said, "What's up, guys? Hello, Quality Content. Once we have a fixed location where we can have multiple guests on, we'll be having you back on.
Yeah, it'd be tight.
Yeah, it'll be tight in here, but John Viveris agrees. So many concerns about the Venom movie, and I think it's kind of a wait and see. I think it's a wait and see scenario, but
You know what we should talk about?
yeah.
The mouse buying Fox. Or getting Fox. And what
Is that official though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I don't know too much about it, so I can't really talk about it.
I can speculate. I think did we talk about that last time? I think we talked about that last episode where we talked about Fantastic Four.
I thought it was a done deal.
Yeah, you know what? Let's put a pin in that. Let's talk about that. How about this? This is my thought. When we do the review of Infinity War, if that's the case, let's bring that in because then we'll have an idea of where they're going to be going, and if they now have the properties such as the X-Men, such as the Fantastic Four, maybe that's something we can speculate about.
The world needs a Fantastic Four movie done.
I need a
in the current MCU.
Yeah, I need that.
I need to get my Fantastic Four fix.
Absolutely.
You know,
it'd be even good if they did like a two movie thing, and then they just like pulled off Sue Storm and Reed Richards to like be married cameo characters, and then we get to pull like Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm. That would be awesome.
Well, I think that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. What are you getting ready to go with?
I think we're ready to kind of wrap up.
All right. Well, all of my other geeks out there who watched Westworld Season 2, Episode 1, that was amazing. Dolores' character is developed into something I absolutely love. Did you get to watch it?
I gotta watch it. I haven't watched it.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet? So I can't really spoil it for my friends here, but hit me up, man. I love that show. That was really, really
First
good.
season was awesome. Did you
Tell me what you think about.
I haven't even finished season 1 yet. I'm so behind on everything.
Oh,
I've
God.
been working on getting the stuff up and running now.
He's like, you two lazy asses for doing
Yeah.
And on top of it, I've been, he's been taking care of business.
I've been, buying all this equipment, buying some half-price microphones that we have to like share now because
It worked out. You guys
hey,
can hear us.
as long as you can
Well,
hear
it
us
works.
and we're not horrible, and so the echo's not too bad. Like I said, I think we're having some internet issues or just some issues with OBS, which is our system that we're having here. But we're gonna keep trying this. We're gonna keep streaming. We're gonna keep, we might have some interruptions, but that's just par for the course with technology. But again, for everyone that's been viewing us and is back with us, we'd like to thank you again for watching. Please feel free to share our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Free Your Geek on both of those. We don't really have a catchphrase anymore because we're not even starting the weekend. It's that we're in the middle of the week. But I think we're going to be Tuesdays might be our new home, might be our new night. So just, like the Facebook page. You'll get notified when we go live. We'll keep posting stuff there. Hope everybody that goes to see Infinity War enjoys it. We're going to be reviewing it the next show. Again, thank you to our previous studio, the previous partner that we had with Eric Tolley and 59 Media. We appreciate it.
Big time.
It's a shame. Unfortunately, we no longer have that studio because that studio was awesome and Eric put a lot of effort into it.
It was beautiful.
And it was beautiful. But again, we're gonna keep on keeping on and
Pirate Podcast.
yeah, it's a pirate podcast. The Free Your Geek Pirate Podcast. I think that's too long of a name. But Lindsay says great show. Enjoyed. Thank you guys. Feel free again. Like the page, John, Lindsay, quality content.
Big shout out to that other guy, Dylan, giving us a
Dylan,
shout out.
Dylan's the man. Everybody that's
Ferreira, everybody in the comments, we appreciate you
Yeah,
guys. Thank you
definitely.
very much.
Paul Tavares.
Especially our people that came back. After
Yeah,
the long
and
hiatus,
you know what? I love the people that like the page, that like what we have to put forth. Again, I don't know if we're necessarily going to be a weekly show right now with the way things are going, but we will continue to do shows. We're going to continue putting out content. Maybe even some quality content. For our friends over there. But no, we truly appreciate everyone that's kind of stuck with
Back
us
on
while
the horse.
we had a little bit of a hiatus. Again, with the studio being what it was at 59 Media, me having to purchase all this equipment to do this mobile show, it's a work in progress. We don't know where to go but up again. So we're kind of starting over, but it's kind of nice that we have people, our friends, our fans, if you want to call them that, just our fellow geeks that are here with us. We thank you, and again, please feel free to share this page if you want. Share this video, as choppy as it might be, but we appreciate all the love and support, and we love you guys right back. So thanks for everything, and I guess we can't say start your weekend with your geek friends, but we can all say. What's the other part of that, guys?
Just get your geek on.
Get your geek on.
Wait, hold on. We can get something better than that.
People's geek is gonna think of.
We're gonna spend time just awkward.
Listen.
awkward
Thinking.
thinking.
Think tank, geek think tank.
Enjoy your midweek with this crazy geek.
This has been your dose of the geek.
That worked.
Dose of geek for the week.
Your dose of
I
geek.
need my geek. I gotta get my geek on.
And this is okay. Do 2 new co-hosts next time.
Woo!
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Later.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.